Hi folks, we're here at the very easterly end of Charleston Blvd in Las Vegas. To the south you can see the Las Vegas Strip extending out there on the left. Again, this is the very eastern terminus of Charleston Blvd, which is a major artery that traverses the valley here in Las Vegas. The east end of the valley is not quite as nice as the west end of the valley is. That should become readily apparent. We're going to go ahead and make a right here on Hollywood Blvd, which is a major artery here on the east side of town. Travels from just under Nellis Air Force Base all the way down to Desert Inn Boulevard, and then it becomes pretty much a dirt road, and they're supposed to be extending it down to Henderson, but that hasn't happened yet. So this is Hollywood Blvd heading north. Some nicer homes over here on the right. Let's say some older homes. Still big homes though on the left. And this is the stop sign at Stewart Avenue. Stewart leads all the way down into downtown Las Vegas to Fremont Street. It actually becomes parallel with Fremont and is 2 blocks away from Fremont Street down there. So it's a very easy conduit to get from this side of town down into Fremont Street and downtown. It's a beautiful day out. It's probably 90 degrees, but low humidity. The winds are almost non-existent. It's not terribly warm yet for late April. Coming up on the intersection with Bonanza Road. This road goes, again, just north of downtown Las Vegas and actually traverses out to the west end of the valley. I believe it ends near Martin Luther King or maybe even Decatur on that side of town. Up here on the right, you'll see Frenchman's Mountain and Sunrise Mountain. They overlook the city here on the east side. East side tends not to get as much attention from county government as the west side does. Certainly Summerlin, you don't see a lot of panhandlers and homeless encampments on the in Summerlin. They tend to push those over here. But there are spectacular views of the city here from this side of town, of course. Panoramic views. Coming up on the light here at Washington Avenue. That one also goes pretty far out west into the west side of the valley. And again, some of the homes here off of Hollywood are actually pretty nice, but it's just about a mile away, or even less than that, here to the west. You run into some pretty sketchy areas. Approaching the intersection with Owens. Owens becomes Vegas Drive on the west side of town, Owens Avenue, that is. This gentleman has a couple of dogs hanging out the bed of his truck. That's always fun, if not dangerous. And we're approaching the intersection here at Lake Mead I think this is Boulevard. Vegas is confusing in so many ways when it comes to traveling. You have roads that stop and start in different parts of town and then pick up their names and resume them later on. This here is Lake Mead Boulevard. On the south end of town is Lake Mead Parkway. They both run east-west. Lake Mead Parkway goes out to Lake Las Vegas on the east end, and then becomes it actually merges into the I-215 and then travels as Interstate 215. There's a lot of high crime in this area up here. There are a lot of calls for service to police out here. You'll see out there on the left, though, that is again the city, the skyline. We're going to go ahead and pull into this Walmart here. This will be the Walmart here on 6570 East Lake Mead Boulevard.